So here we go again. Well, it's been a while, hasn't it? It's been a while since I've left it. Well, has it? Well, it kind of has. I think it's been 2 weeks, but I have been depressed, so that didn't help. I had an argument with HR, which didn't help. I'm just generally grumpy, which doesn't help. So I haven't felt motivated. I haven't found a good book. We did start another book, didn't we? And I'm not sure about that. So let's load. Well, I feel like we need to talk about stuff going on, but there's nothing to talk about. I've got nothing to talk about apart from just being generally annoyed, which I shouldn't be. I should be happy, but I'm not happy. I'm definitely not happy. I know that I shaved my beard off because I was unhappy. It didn't make me happier. It made me fatter. Fat face syndrome. Shocking. So yeah. So all in all, not really. Do you know what I mean? Not loving it. So let's just get on with books, shall we? That's the best thing to do, I think. I don't know what else to think about. So let's avoid my problems and move on to other people's problems. So Kindle, right, here we go. Opened up now. I was going to read out the random books that I had found, but let's so I had found out that you could buy readers' wives letters. There's a free sample, so I went and read the free sample, but there's no naughtiness in it at all. Nothing. There's no naughtiness whatsoever, because the letters take so long to get going that they try and paint a scene. They try and paint that scene, and yeah, it's a shite, really, utterly. Anyway, so let's go back to No Romeo. So I think we found that the twist was it was the bride doing a runner, wasn't it? So let's see what chapter 2 gives us, because we did chapter 1 and it was just quite literally shite. So I'm saying shite a lot today, aren't I? I'm not enjoying that either. What's that all about? Oh, for fuck's sake. Anyway, right. I find myself staring into the most striking eyes I've ever seen. They're too vivid to be blue. That they seem violet can only be a trick of a light. Or maybe it's a frame of the thickest, soothest lashes I've ever seen on a man. Suitiest? Suited? Whatever. Are those extensions? I tighten my grip on what I realise are his lapels. He looks like the kind of man who takes care of himself. Feels himself, not himself, unless he's schizophrenic. Feels like it too. Thanks to the broad chest I'm currently pressed against. Oh, he's got a chest inside the car. That's quite convenient, isn't it? A broad chest as well. Maybe it's a sideboard, and she just spelt it wrong. But I'm going to take that wintry, unimpressed twist of his lips as no. Well, really, Mother Nature sure is a joker. Take a deep breath. I refocus. I'm sorry for bursting in on you like this, quite literally, but this is an emergency, and this isn't an ambulance. His voice is deep and refined and feels like a brush of velvet along my spine. It also isn't a wedding car. I feel like a voice is needed, because if he's deep voice, refined, and feels like brushing of velvet along my spine, I feel that this is the right voice. I'm not going to a wedding, I snap, my damsel in distress act slipping. I glance out of a rear window and spot Michael on the sidewalk, scanning the spaces between the idling cars. My gaze narrows. He should be on his knees thanking God for tinted windows, because I won't be forced to strangle him with my veil. What? What? My gaze narrows. He should be on... I glance out of a rear window and spot Michael on on the sidewalk, scanning the spaces between the idling cars. Okay, so my gaze narrows, so she's narrowing her gaze. He should be on his knees thanking God for tinted windows, because I won't be forced to strangle him with my veil. What's that got to do with fucking tinted windows? Oh, contrary to appearance, you mean? What? I swipe the gauzy lace out of my face, and when I turn back, I find we're almost nose to nose. Did you run off with the contents of a collection plate? His brow spikes like an eloquent question mark. Oh, got a brow spike. So this is like the eyebrow raise in another book. They've decided to call it a brow spike. There isn't a collection at a wedding. I frown, pulling back and pressing up onto one palm to put a little distance between us. I shouldn't notice the fine fabric of his pants. Oh, it's an American book. It's an American book. It's trousers. It's trousers, not pants. Okay, got that, everyone? She's not dropped his kegs already. And the thick muscles of his thighs flexing under them. Well, maybe his pants. Maybe they're hot pants. Get it together, Evie. This man is wearing a three-piece suit, for God's sake. There is usually a bride. As a pretty man's gaze flicks over me, I decide pretty is doing him a disservice. His face must be a photographer's delight. Lovely. All broad strokes and sharp angles, square-jawed and with those supermodel cheekbones. I swear, it just sounds just like a robot from Red Dwarf at the moment. Just Google it. His dark hair is glossy and thick, and his eyes are the most unlikely shade of whatever that is. Eye colour. So obviously you can't find a colour in. Why didn't you just use the Pantene number? And we'll just look at Pantene? Yeah, anyway. I might be going to a party, I project. A princess party. Except you're wearing a veil, not a crown, and you're clearly not 6 years old. You're either running to or from a wedding, his eyes skate over me, or running from someone at a wedding. Would it be too much to hope that he might be rich and sympathetic? No traits that often go together, but what choice do I have? Yes, okay, I'm running away from a hall of guests and a cheating groom. I slide my fingers across his chest to straighten his absurd lapel. Why would you do that? Not ready to see the pity in his experiment. Gosh, his torso seems almost geometric. Oh, he's geometric. He's a robot. Shocking. I wonder if there's a red S under here. What? Whether he's been branded with a metal iron, or is she? Oh, I think she's hinting at Superman, isn't she? Oh. Except that the whole eyebrow thing he does makes him look more like a villain. Please, I just need a ride anywhere. My fingers halt as I come back to myself, realising it might seem like I'm feeling him up. A car nearby sounds its horn, and the traffic begins to creep forward, thank God. The knot in my stomach begins to loosen until his arm moves behind me. The buttery leather seats. Oh no, he's buttered them up. That's not the way to look after. Beeswax. Beeswax is the best way to look after leather, not butter, I'm sure. I'm sure the oil doesn't do the leather very good. Seats barely murmur as he settles me against his side. His fingers folding across my shoulder to hold me close. My heart creeps under my throat as he reaches for the door, and the lock clicks as they engage. This could be why children are warned not to get into strangers' cars. Well, yes. Ted, we must get the locks examined. Yes, sir, the driver replies. Meanwhile, something tells me that would be your groom. What, Evie? My body jolts, my unease spikes at Michael's voice. A stranger's fingers tighten as I turn, finding a window open and that shithead staring at me from a gap in the traffic. Evie, please. His eyes flick to the man beside me, and the expressions turn sour. What the fuck is he doing here? You've got to be kidding me, I mutter at the accusation in his tone. He's got some nerve after what he's put me through today. My companion's arms tightens, giving me a shoulder reassuring squeeze. Pure chance, Atherton, a pleasant quirk of fate, but I see you're still undertaking your life's work to screw over everyone around you. You two know each other? My head whips around as the car begins to move again. Tires squeal and my heart shoots into my throat. I glance back just in time to see Michael slam his palms onto the hood of a black cab. Pity. The stranger slants me a look, don't you think? But he wasn't hit. You rather run him over yourself? When I bite my tongue... None of this makes sense. You'd rather run him over yourself. When I bite my tongue for answering yes. He gives a graceful shrug. Violence, it might not be the answer, yet it does stop certain individuals from begging the question. Believe me, I know. Babe, I'm sorry. Mitch appears at the window, his fingers curled around the glass. Sorry you got caught, more like. Please don't do this. His throat bobs with emotion. You did this, not me, you. And don't you ever call me babe again. Balling my fists in my lap. I swing away. I doubt I could get a good shot from this angle anyway. Oh, you probably could if you give it hard enough. Really. Anyone can. You just need to move yourself, don't you? Evie, we need to talk about this. I know I've hurt you, but you deserve better. Rah, rah, rah. I make a derisive noise. Whatever the fuck that is. I so want to punch him in the face. Well, don't. Just do it. Why isn't this car moving? The traffic in London is the absolute worst. Oh my God, she's mentioned that it's actually in London. It's an American writing a book about people in London. That's why the drivers... As horns honk and the angry Londoners yell at with displeasure, I glance out the window and realise we're not crawling because of the traffic. We're causing it. What we have is too good to throw away. Just give me 5 minutes, Mitch pleads. Let me explain. I got all the explanation. Oh, whatever. Oh, here we go. We've got some swearing, so let's go to the swearing. Got all the explanation that I need this morning in 52 anonymous texts. My voice sounds supremely cool, yet inside my blood is boiling. Why won't this stupid car just move? Please, go fuck yourself. Make a scene and use vulgar language. My mother would be so proud. The stranger's fingers tighten again as though in reassurance. Still against death by cabby. This has nothing to do with you. Oh, Dubell is his name. Mitchell grates out. Oh, it's Mitchell, not Michael. And yet, here sits your fiancé. Ex, I correct. Can we go? Please go. This time, my distress is not an act. He turns to the driver. Ted, we're done here. And with that, Mitchell's hands are forced to let go of the car as the car speeds up. Well, this is absolutely bobbins. Let's see how it goes. I give up today. I really feel that this is shite. And we're only 14 minutes in. We're only 14 minutes in, people, and I can't bear this book already. And I did finish the other book, by the way, just so you know. They had a baby. Anyway, only I would climb into the car of someone who knows Mitch. I mutter, watching as the city passes by the window. Buildings and figures blur, the afternoon sunshine a haze that glints from store windows. For a city of 9 million, London often feels like a small town. Does it? Not have you been there? But okay. I glance up and study his almost perfect profile. He's a little older than I first imagined, and something tells me that those lines at the corner of his eyes weren't made by a life of laughter. He shifts slightly in his seat, the movement stirring up the subtle scent of cologne that's all spice and no sugar. It ignites a high, inappropriate tingle between my legs, which is unfortunate because I know men like him. They're all three-piece suits and no substance, like a gift basket, prettily wrapped in disappointing contents. Oh, wrapped to disguise disappointing contents. Yeah, probably. Yeah, three-piece suit. I used to wear three-piece suit. I had a really nice three-piece suit. Kind of miss that suit. Yeah, I enjoyed that. I wore a bowler hat with it. Anyway, when I was kind of punky goth. Missed that. Anyway, right. His wealth is probably inherited, which is just another way of saying he's entitled. And when it comes to giving head, I bet he doesn't reciprocate. I bet he doesn't reciprocate. There we go. Oh, why does that? What? Oh. Yet those aren't the connections my brain makes as I stare at him. He smells nice, which makes me notice how smooth his cheeks are. It might be wrong to imagine him draped in nothing but a towel, his skin shower slick, but it's better than replaying my clusterfuck of a day. Which is, thanks to my brain, exactly what my mind does as it slides up to the image of Mitch standing at the altar. Oh, Groovy Chain. Someone's playing Groovy Chain in the car next to me. I've never seen him in a suit. Wicked boots, jeans, and a perma cocky grin were more his thing. Whatever. He's still a gift-wrapped dog poop. So, what has just annoyed me is, apart from the fact that it's a perma cocky grin, which doesn't seem to make a thing. It's the fact that they used the word fuck off earlier, but they didn't. But you couldn't put dog shit. It had to be dog poop, which kind of is a bit weird. But yeah. Anyway, do you know what? I just can't be bothered, and I'm sure you feel that today. I hope you feel my misery as I outpour life. And I will speak to you again, because let's face it, you've had 18 minutes of his misery, so let's move on. Get on with your day. Go on, bugger off. Go and do something more exciting. But if you can't be bothered to go away, then why don't you subscribe or follow or whatever you have to do on these domain-like things for media. Very good. Right, have a nice day now. Total pip.